You either end up with millions in dead stock sitting motionless in a warehouse, or entirely barren shelves while customer demand peaks. The strange part about this chaos is that it doesn't stem from a lack of planning. Companies dedicate massive amounts of capital and consume thousands of business hours trying to prevent it. Why do we commit immense resources to predicting the future, yet consistently miss the mark? The problem begins with how the task is defined. We treat revenue forecasting as a simple mathematical or planning exercise, ignoring the organizational behavior that drives the numbers. A forecast built on a foundation of disconnected internal systems is unreliable. It takes what should be a predictive advantage and turns it into a severe operational liability. Look at a standard corporate landscape. 4 main departments, sales, finance, supply chain, and operations, run simultaneously, completely separate from one another. Evaluating the same product, each group uses different assumptions, feeding contradicting data streams into the business center. The mechanical root cause of this chaos is the heavy reliance on manual adjustments within isolated spreadsheets. Teams copy and paste data across localized files to make the numbers fit their specific needs. Because these manual interventions are isolated, there is no centralized documentation. When a number changes, nobody can explain the logic behind the adjustment. So when real-world demand shifts due to a quick promotion or a sudden market trend, these static spreadsheets cannot adapt. Planners are forced into frantic reactive revisions. You end up with a sales pipeline projecting high revenue based on optimistic opportunities, while supply chain is preparing physical inventory based on entirely different manufacturing constraints. These misaligned organizational assumptions trigger a compounded, systemic failure cascade across the entire operational chain. This structural failure is amplified by the data itself. Many organizations treat historical data alone as a definitive, reliable guide for future performance. This chart illustrates the reality gap. Predictable history is shattered by rapid external variables. Against a rigid target box, those splintered lines show massive variance between a customer's promised commitments and actual purchasing behavior in a volatile market. Without clear visibility into actual pipeline quality, planners are left guessing. This results in extreme overforecasting or severe underforecasting. You cannot fix this reality gap by simply purchasing new software or bolting an AI tool onto a broken system. Using static, linear history to navigate a volatile market full of sudden supply shocks and inflation creates strategic blindness. To repair a fragmented system, you need a structured investigative intervention. This is the digital discovery assessment. The first step is executive business discovery. Before touching any technical data, leadership must align on growth objectives and market expansion targets. This blueprint maps the process and data discovery phases. We locate current CRM, ERP, and external sources, connecting these disparate blocks into a unified pipeline. Through gap analysis, we identify undocumented assumptions and data leaks, ensuring these friction points are structurally bridged. Only after these data gaps are mapped and the pipeline is unified can a business effectively deploy AI. Because the pipeline is now unified and automated, AI can ingest thousands of external signals simultaneously. This provides an algorithmic baseline that eliminates the need for subjective, manual overrides between departments. The target future state is an operating model where assumptions are centrally governed, easily explainable, and continuously improving based on real-time data. A discovery-led approach converts revenue forecasting from a manual chore into a governance model that keeps inventory and operations aligned with actual market behavior.